Ladies, can I be honest with you? If you've ever caught a whiff of something off and thought, is that me? Don't panic. You're not alone. And no, it doesn't mean you're dirty, lazy, or losing your dignity. Doctors are finally speaking up about 8 bathroom habits that are making older women smell worse, even when we think we're being hygienic. Stick with me because by the end of this video, you'll know how to freshen up your daily routine without embarrassment and avoid these very common but sneaky mistakes. Oh, and before we go on, give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, and tell me in the comments, what's one small self-care ritual you never skip? Part 1. Using too much soap down there. Ladies, can I share a little secret? When I was younger, I used to scrub every inch of myself with scented soap like I was trying to win an award for cleanliness, especially down there. But what no one told me, not my mother, not my girlfriends, not even my doctor until much later, was that this habit wasn't doing me any favors. In fact, it was making things worse. See, our intimate areas are self-cleaning. The body has a natural balance of good bacteria and acidity that keeps everything healthy and fresh. But when we go in there with harsh soaps, body washes, or even those feminine hygiene products that claim to be gentle, we actually disrupt that balance. That's when odor starts. Not because we're dirty, but because we're overcleansing. Doctors say that the vagina doesn't need to be scrubbed with anything other than warm water. If you really want to use something, go for a fragrance-free pH-balanced cleanser. And only on the outside, never inside. I know some women feel more fresh using wipes or sprays, but trust me, the less you mess with it, the better it behaves. Part 2. Not washing towels often enough. Now, let me ask you a little question. When's the last time you washed your bath towel? If you're anything like I was, you might think, oh, I'm clean when I use it, so what's the harm? Well, here's the truth. Towels hold on to moisture, and bacteria love moisture. Every time you use that towel and hang it up, especially in a small, warm bathroom, you're giving germs a cozy little spa day. I used to reuse the same towel for a whole week. I thought I was being efficient, saving water. But then I started noticing a bit of a musty smell on my skin, even after showering. Turns out it was coming from the towel itself. Dermatologists recommend washing bath towels every 3 to 4 uses. And if your bathroom doesn't get good airflow, wash them even more often. A good tip is to have 3 towels in rotation. One you're using, one that's drying, and one that's clean and ready. Trust me, your skin will smell fresher, and your bathroom will, too. Part 3. Ignoring your feet. Now, I know we don't like to talk about feet. They're not the most glamorous topic, are they? But as we get older, we have to give our feet more love. Not just because they carry us through the day, but because they can become a sneaky source of odor. I used to just let the water run over them in the shower and call it a day. No scrubbing, no drying between the toes, nothing. But after a while, I started to notice a kind of sour smell coming from my shoes, even when I wasn't sweating much. The truth is, older skin doesn't shed like it used to, and if we don't clean the dead skin, it just sits there, collecting bacteria. And that's what causes odor. So now, every shower, I take a minute to give my feet the attention they deserve. A soft washcloth, a little gentle soap. And yes, I wash between my toes. But the real secret, drying them thoroughly. I even use a little foot powder in the summer. Keeps things dry, clean, and far less smelly. Ladies, don't neglect your feet. They're the foundation of your whole body and your freshness. Part 4. Leaving the toilet lid open when flushing. Now, this one made me laugh when I first heard it, but it's no joke. Did you know that when you flush the toilet with the lid open, tiny particles, I'm talking really tiny microscopic ones, shoot up into the air like a fountain? Doctors call it a toilet plume, and it can travel several feet. That means those invisible droplets can land on your toothbrush, your hairbrush, your towel, even your face if you're standing close. And what's worse, if you've got air fresheners or scented cleaners in the bowl, that mist contains not just bacteria, but chemicals too. Now think about the next time you towel off or brush your teeth. Yuck. Since learning this, I've made it a strict rule. The lid goes down before I flush. Every time. It's such a small change, but it keeps your bathroom more hygienic and cuts down on subtle odors you might not even realize are there. Sometimes the cleanest bathroom smells are the ones you don't notice at all. Part 5. Wearing the same underwear to bed. Now let me tell you something I used to do, and maybe you've done it too. I get into my comfy pajamas at night, lay back in bed, and think, I'll just wear the same underwear I had on all day. It's not like I went jogging. Oh, but here's the thing, our bodies, especially as we age, need to breathe. Wearing the same underwear all night means trapping everything your body produced during the day. Sweat, bacteria, even just natural moisture. That all gets locked in, especially if your undies are made from synthetic fabrics like nylon or polyester. And do you know what thrives in warm, damp, closed-off areas? Odor-causing bacteria. Doctors recommend changing into a fresh pair of cotton underwear before bed. Or even, and don't be shocked, going without any at all if you're comfortable. Letting your skin breathe overnight helps prevent irritation, keeps things drier, and yes, you'll smell fresher come morning. It's one of those little changes that feels surprisingly good. Part 6. Not cleaning the trash bin in the bathroom. Oh, I'll admit it. I was guilty of this one for years. I kept one of those little bins next to the toilet. You know, the kind, small with a lid. I'd toss in tissues, hygiene products, cotton swabs, and whatever else, and only think to empty it when it was practically spilling over. But what I didn't realize was that even when it looks clean, it can smell off. All those bits of moisture, tiny drops of who knows what, and the occasional forgotten item. They sit there, festering in a closed container. And before long, your bathroom starts having a faint musty or sour smell, even if everything else is spotless. Now, I empty mine every few days, no matter how full it is, and I give it a quick wipe with a disinfectant once a week. Sometimes I even sprinkle a little baking soda in the bottom to absorb odor. It takes less than 5 minutes, but the difference? Noticeable. A clean bathroom bin makes your whole space feel fresher, and that's something guests will notice too. Part 7. Using old or unwashed bathrobes. Let me paint a picture for you. You've had a nice warm shower, you feel fresh and clean, and then you wrap yourself up in that soft, cozy bathrobe hanging on the hook. It's comforting, familiar, but when's the last time you washed it? If you're like I was, the answer might be, I don't remember. Bathrobes are sneaky. They feel clean because we only wear them after bathing. But over time, they absorb moisture from our damp skin. And if they don't dry properly, that fabric becomes a breeding ground for bacteria and mildew. And guess what? That musty smell that lingers on your skin, even after you've cleaned yourself, might actually be coming from your robe. Now, I wash mine every week without fail, and I rotate between two so one always has time to fully dry. I also make sure to hang it in a spot with good airflow, not crumpled on a hook behind the door. Your bathrobe should smell like fresh laundry, not like the back of a closet. Trust me, it makes a difference. Part 8. Forgetting to clean under your arms after shaving. Now, this one might surprise you. It did me. I always assumed shaving my underarms meant I was automatically cleaner. After all, no hair means less to trap sweat, right? Well, yes, but there's a catch. When you shave, you're not just removing hair. You're also exfoliating the skin. That means dead skin cells, deodorant residue, and bacteria get stirred up. And if you don't gently wash the area again after shaving, that buildup can linger. And what does buildup lead to? You guessed it, odor. Doctors say that the underarms are one of the most bacteria-rich spots, on the body. Shaving helps reduce odor, but only if you rinse and clean thoroughly afterwards with warm water and a gentle cloth. Not scrubbing hard, just a gentle wipe. And let your skin breathe for a few minutes before applying deodorant. I like to pat mine dry and wait while I do my skincare routine. You'll be amazed how much fresher you feel and smell just by adding this one small step. There you have it, 8 bathroom habits that could be silently sabotaging your scent and your self-confidence. But here's the good news. Every single one of these is easy to fix. Being older doesn't mean you have to feel self-conscious. It means you're wiser, more in tune with your body, and more than capable of making small changes that have big effects. Now, if you found this helpful, please subscribe to the channel and share this with a fellow wise woman in your life. And don't forget to sign up for my Savvy Senior newsletter. I send out weekly tips just like these to help women over 60 live boldly, beautifully, and well, without the stink. You're not alone on this journey, my dear. We're in it together. See you next time.